This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
The abortion debate in this country hit a fever pitch this summer when the leaked draft opinion was released. It was leaked, I guess. It wasn't really released. It was both. A leak can be a release, and a release can be leaked. And many believe it was Samuel Alito himself who leaked it. And this last week, when the Supreme Court said, we can't find who, we don't know who did it. Oh, weird. I guess the investigation's over. We're done. Even though they didn't, everyone else had to sign a sworn affidavit that they had nothing to do with it. Everybody except for the justices and their families. Because the Supreme Court, they are high. You don't question. They can't be bothered to step down with the lowly plebes to answer commoner questions. It was all a farce. And in the wake of it, there's been a lot of debate about abortion specifically and what Republicans intend to do now that Roe has been overturned. Many leading up to the overturning of Roe v. Wade said, oh, no one's coming for abortion. That is settled. That is super precedent. Many of the members of the current Supreme Court said during their confirmation hearings. Many reassured the panel, the members of the Senate Judiciary Committee, no, we're not trying to overturn Roe v. Wade. Now we know they were all filthy liars. And part of that is that they're also saying, oh no, we don't want to come after contraception. We don't want to come after in vitro fertilization. No, none of that's on the table. We don't want to make a federal ban of abortion. It's even what we really heard leading up to and after, before the midterms. That was the bell they were ringing. That was the drum they were beating, was that particular talk point. In fact, remember when Lindsey Graham did his press conference and was putting forward a bill to make a federal ban, to make federal legislation restricting abortion access for women? It was such a controversy that people like Charlie Kirk came out and said, what's he trying to do? He's going to bury us in the midterms. I'm for abortion. I'm super pro-life. But this is terrible. We're going to lose elections if Americans know what we really think about abortion. Well, here we are, just months removed from the midterm election, and Jim Banks, someone who gets an F, his democracy score is an F from the Republican Accountability Project. He was just caught on a radio show, not caught because it's a public broadcast, saying that very thing, that we need federal laws in place. It's no longer a states' rights issue. California needs to be pulled in. Illinois needs to be pulled in, restricted. If women can just go across the state border, what good is our morality police? What good is our attempt to be like the mullahs in Iran? Here he is, Jim Banks, insurrectionist supporter, anti-democracy goon from Indiana. Jim Banks spilling it to the world.
Our work as a pro-life movement is far from over. If a young lady can hop in a car in Fort Wayne and in an hour and a half she can be in a place in Michigan, or in just under 3 hours she could cross the line into Illinois and achieve what she was able to do with abortion clinics here in Indiana, the fight is far from over.
That's exactly right. And I'm for federal legislation. I'm for stronger laws at the state levels, whatever we can do to save lives, to protect babies. That's what this fight is all about.
And that is not all they're going to be coming for. They're liars. They cannot be trusted. For years leading up, when they said this is a states' rights issue, the states should decide, the Supreme Court should overturn Roe so then the states can make their own rules for their citizens. And then now that Roe is over, they want to make federal restrictions on abortion access. They want to make sure that women are second-class citizens and bound by a man's decision over their reproduction. And I say that, I know it sounds harsh, but in many of the cases of rape and incest, the life of the mother, there are no exceptions. No exceptions. Their most recent candidates didn't support exceptions for abortion. Herschel Walker, many others. And that's not all. They're going to come for things that are not even abortion related. Gay marriage, interracial marriage has been left on the table based on the Roe verdict, the language in that decision. This isn't, you cannot ignore this. Here's what's going to happen. This video is not going to get watched too much. Anytime I do a video about this or about climate change, things that are critically important for marginalized communities in our country, it's not as exciting, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You need to find an article that resonates with you and share it. I would say share this video, but it seems transparent. I don't care about that. This information needs to be known by the people you love, by the people you work with, by your family, by your acquaintances. Because the party of civil liberties, the Republicans, they're not that party. They are about draconian rule. They are about tyranny. They are about stripping of rights and liberties. That's who they are at their core. They want us to be a theocratic state. White Christian nationalism is the order of the day. And if you can't get those white birth rate babies going, those birth rates up, then they failed. And they're saying it now. Now that the election is over, it's all up. They're just telling the truth now because they have to tell the truth in order to introduce legislation. They can't just secretly pass bills. It's all public. It's all open to the public to witness. So now that the election is over, they're going to start telling the truth. They're going to start forwarding these bills to make abortion access more restrictive from a federal level, whether that be like a 15-week ban like Lindsey Graham talked about, or whatever other. It's going to be abortion pills. It's going to be contraception. It's going to be all kinds of other things, while the same party that wants to do that won't help women they're forcing to have babies. You're poor and you want an abortion? Nope. You got to stay poor. You got to have that kid, eventually a kid, and you got to remain in the throes and the struggle of poverty. They don't care. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. This won't be the first, by the way. There's going to be multiple clips that come out over the intervening months from people like Jim Banks who are just saying it. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to ban abortion federally. It's no longer the thing we said about states' rights. Nah, we're changing our minds. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore, just about everywhere. And if you appreciate what I do, there's many things you can do to support. Some things that don't even cost money. You can share the videos, you can like and comment, you can make sure you're subscribed, you can tell a friend, or you can click the join button below, become a channel member. Go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.